Hey everyone, how you guys doing? This is Andy and today is May the 13th and let's hit the charts. Today we're going to start with ES futures 2-minute contract, and we're going to look at divergence trades and some really nice setups in and around the New York Open. Right here, this green bar, as you see on my charts, is uh, the New York Open. So right here, right away, right before the open right here, we have this really cool bearish divergence. Now you will find quite a few of these type. Okay, this is a really good probability that you're going to find these divergence trades around the New York Open. Okay. A lot of times, this is also called the New York reversal, so where you might see during London session right here as price goes up, many times, not always, but, the trend likes to reverse at the open. So keep an eye out on that and go back and test and see, how many times this happens in the course of weeks and stuff like that. But it's a high probability that you will find good divergences around the New York Open, so which is really cool. So here we have prices making higher highs here, and you can see right here on the ultimate oscillator, it is making a lower high right here, so it's doing the opposite. And this, then you just wait for the trading oracle signal, as I see right here, and then you can just take this trade down for some points. Now I have this mark because this is a really nice level right here, plus as price is coming down, it's taken out liquidity along the uptrend that was happening during the London session right here. And right here, price went flat. There's a lot of support areas right here, so price is reacting to it on the way down. Okay, so this is another one of my favorite type of little trades. Okay, this right here is the transitional area where the EMAs are switching from long to short, and what usually happens is I will wait for a pullback right in here. Sometimes it touches the EMAs, sometimes it doesn't. But you could wait for a signal, or if you see a nice, in this case, a bearish candle just going below this last swing, this little swing low right in here, you could take your entry and get some points that way. Okay, the first one that it happens after the transitional area right here is usually one of the better ones that price usually likes to move down, and in this case it went down for a little bit lower. So, and it's a nice sequence right here too, because you have the EMA sequence of red, orange, and teal in that order as price is going down, and price is under the VWAP and the 200 EMA cloud. So you can do some really nice scalping in these situations, and then here you are once again. You can see as price is moving up, it did not go past this high right here. Okay, so with that said, there's another golden signal right here, and you can take that on for some additional points. And this one, just went right past VWAP. I'm not VWAP, the pivot point. This is the main pivot point right here, and it just kind of went up a little bit and then just kind of consolidated to the end of the day right there. But this is why I like the open. There's a lot that's happening right through here. Okay, so let's take a look and see what was happening on NQ today. So same sort of thing that was happening. There we go. There's the EMAs right here. So once again, here is the New York Open, and as you can see, price is moving up, up, right till we hit the New York Open, and once again there is a nice bearish divergence right at the open. Price there is making a higher high. Along the oscillators here, we have a lower high right here. This is the ultimate oscillator. The second one, it's also doing the same. It's going down. This one is the TSI, and on the TTM squeeze. And here we have, 3 confirmations. But I only need to see it on one of these oscillators. And once again, price just took out liquidity. It just swept it all and dropped a little bit lower than this market structure right here. So there must have been something else happening. Yeah, so if I stretch this all the way out here, we do have another level, just moving straight back that price was respecting right through here. So as you can see, you can really stretch these out because price, these levels can affect price in the future too. So this, NQ wasn't as clean as ES, but here we do have that transitional area. Price went, it's not a pullback, but price went up to it and formed this nice double top, but it's still wanting, to push down. So price reached down to this level, had this really nice rejection wick, and then resumed up before it went back down again. So it was a bit of a consolidation, a sideways move right here, and it just really fizzled out, just kind of like midday. So there's not much really happening other than what was happening right after this divergence, and also this push back to the upside. So sometimes Mondays aren't really a good trading day, and a lot of people don't trade on Mondays, but just never, I always like to see a divergence pattern at least right by the open. And if especially you have a few confirmations right in here, this is like a really nice area to get in. Okay, let's see what was happening on, here's one that we really don't look at much. It's the Russell 2000 futures chart right here. So let's have the EMAs and signals load up. There we go. Okay, so right through here we have a really nice sequence in here where you do have the VWAP, you have the green EMA cloud, red, orange, and teal pushing up right in here. Even prior to the New York Open, you had some really nice golden signals right in here, and price just took off. I don't have this chart mark. I'm not on this area much, but there was some nice reactions the day before right in here that affected what was happening to price today. We did have a nice little zone right here. There we go. And so this is why price stopped over on this area. Okay, and so as price is coming up here, we can really see there's a nice bearish divergence. Price is pushing up right here, but you can see the oscillator right here, it's pushing down right into the open. So if you took this trade, you could have gotten a few points, but this is as far as it went. Remember, you are counter trend trading at this point, so always be aware of that. Sometimes if you do find a nice bearish divergence, just be careful about that. Sometimes it does pull back, and you can get another stronger bearish divergence, as we see right here. This is a 2-peak divergence right in here. I find that these 2 double peak divergences are a lot stronger than a single peak type of a divergence. Okay, so and the double peak divergences many times turn out to be a head and shoulders. Okay, because you will get a nice little pullback up here, and then price can go down further after a head and shoulders pattern, as you see here. So this one was from this single peak, and now if we look at the double peak, you can still see it as it's going down, and here price is making a higher high. And you can find that those same results on the TSI, not on the TTM squeeze right here, but at least we have a couple confirmations right here. And when I do see something like this, I will wait, sometimes, not all the time, but this is a strong push up. It's got a nice sequence, but I wanted to see if it was going to pull back up as it's doing right here, and then you can see the drop coming right down, just right at the 200 EMA cloud. So once again, we have that nice push going up, and then the trend is transitioning. We are seeing the change on the EMAs right here, and here we go. It's bouncing right off of the main pivot point right here, and it is giving you a nice pullback right into the EMA. We got the nice golden signal, and you can take this one right down for additional points. So this sort of pattern, this happens once or twice a day. You can get some really good trades off of this little strategy. If you back test this, it works well on a 2-minute, works really nice on excuse me, on a 4-minute trade, on a 4-minute time frame as well. So be on the lookout for that. Coming up, I am close to putting together a nice little strategy based on this and a different time frame as well. Okay, so that was what was happening on the Russell here. Let's take a look at what was happening. We'll take a look at some of these currency futures right in here. Okay, for those of you that do trade futures, there are currency futures here as well. Here is the Japanese yen. Let's see what was happening here. Okay, it looks like it was pretty smooth today. So once again, if you look back, you did have a nice level coming in right through here. Look at that. And it's reacting right at that New York Open coming through. So that's the really nice thing about divergences too. A lot of them do happen at key levels. So be on the lookout for them. So here we are. Once again, it is a double peak bearish divergence, and if those of you are wondering what that means, double peak, here we have one peak, you have that dip, and then here's that other peak. Okay, so and you do have that little pullback right here that makes it also a nice head and shoulders, as I was previously saying. So that is the double peak in, oops, let me delete that. So that's the double peak right in here. So here is the divergence in that. Okay, you see here price is making a higher high right on, or right just slightly right before the New York Open. Right here you can see a nice lower high right on the TSI. Just zoom in right there a little bit, and we on the ultimate oscillator we have some equal highs right here, which is still good. And on the TTM squeeze, you have another lower high. on the TTM squeeze right here. So, once you train your eye to spot these divergences, it just makes it so much easier. You just have to practice. Just practice every day. At least 20 minutes a day. It doesn't matter what chart you're on, you find these patterns everywhere. Okay, so then we know this is a bearish divergence right in here. Okay, and you just wait for a nice ultimate oscillator signal. Here we have a couple that were slightly back to back, and you can just take this down to a level. So here is a nice level coming right down through here. So you could have taken this trade right up to this level. Okay, so once again, even on the Japanese yen, it transitions from long to short. Okay, we have the nice golden signal right here, and this one just really dropped. It just really took off, and if you zoom back enough, you will see that there is another level that price here is reacting to, another support level right here, and this is why price stopped at this area and just kind of consolidated, for the rest of the day here. Okay, so another currency that I do like is the Swiss franc. Okay, this one runs really nice at times right here. So you can just see how price just pushed right up, right onto the pivot right here. This is the resistance R1. This is the first resistance pivot right here. So, and if we look to the left, I'm sure if we go further back, we can find, a nice little zone area at some point, and price is reacting. I wonder if it was reacting to some of these areas right in here. Although this did stretch a little bit further up. Could have been a nice liquidity sweep going up through here, picking up liquidity along these tops right here, although this picked up a little bit of that liquidity going straight across. Okay, but sometimes price just likes to push up a little bit higher right through there. So and once again, right through here we do have a nice divergence. Okay, sometimes you don't, you can look a little bit further back, okay, because you can really see how price here is just pushing up to the peak right here. Okay, and if you look at your oscillators down here, okay, look at this one. This, at this area, this really pushed up high. But then look at that, everything else, all these other peaks remained lower, right at that same area right here. Okay, so you will find that nice trading oracle just right after that, and you can take that just all the way down, and in this case went right down to the main pivot point, which is the horizontal purple line right in here. Okay, you can also see the divergence happening on the TSI, but not so on the TTM squeeze. On the TTM squeeze, you can see it, it's moving up. So this one, oops, sorry. So this one is a void right there. I'll just delete that. Okay, and once again, there's that little transitional area where the oscillator, not the oscillators, sorry, the EMAs are switching from long to short. We have that nice little pullback, and once again we have a nice little signal, and you can get additional points in here and just follow through. And you have some other really nice golden signals right in here. As you can see, it's really nice sequence pushing down, because you have VWAP, you have the 200 EMA cloud, and you've got the EMA sequence as red, orange, and teal right in here. So I really like, the first, maybe the second. After that, I wouldn't use any of these. Sometimes things just, they could be a false entry, but usually the first and second ones in here are, well, this one was like a third one, but it just consolidated a little bit, but it still, even if you got in here, your stop would have been above the swing high, and you would have been cleared, and you would have still made it going all the way down right in here. Okay, but keep in mind with these little transitional areas. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. We'll pick up on some more divergences next week. If you have any questions, please leave a message. Give our channel a like right here, and there's information down below if you need to contact us. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you on the charts. Take care.